Weekend Grill, and I'm joined by family therapist Karen Phillip. Good morning to you, Karen.
Good morning.
And journalist Jacinta Tiny. Great to see you, Jacinta.
Yes,
now, first up, there's been a lot of debate about vaccines in the past year, and now the flu vaccine for children under 5. This one is set to come under the microscope after a banned influenza shot left a young boy brain damaged. It's every parent's nightmare. It's a terrible situation. The health department will now look more closely at adverse reactions, but should be having a closer look at our doctors. And Karen, I'll start with you. Do you think we're losing faith in our doctors?
Well, obviously this doctor made a monumental error, one that should never be made by anybody, let alone a physician. We do put our trust in our doctors. We do believe what they say, and if we go in there with a problem or even a medical question, we tend to believe exactly what they say to us to be true. Now, I think there's been a number of cases that have been happening over the years where we maybe should start questioning this and checking up on it ourselves.
What do you think about that, Jacinta? Like, you know, Google seems to have become a kind of shadow doctor for a lot of people.
Dr. Google.
Yes. Yeah. Do you think that, you know, we have a blind faith in doctors, or where do you put your trust?
We do, and we should be able to, because the problem is, if we've got, with the Dr. Google, as we call it, there is so much misleading information, and I think this immunisation topic is one of the worst in that, and that's why we've seen this increase in the anti-vaccination lobby, which is a whole other conversation, but it's a dangerous path to go down. What's happened here, though, is terrible tragedy that happened to this little boy, Lachlan, but we don't want the anti-immunisation lobby to use that as an example of why we shouldn't immunise. The flu vaccine is very...
Yeah, it's different.
I have 2 young children. I feel really ill-informed about the flu vaccine, because the strains change every year. Health authorities say that no, the flu vaccine is not 100% safe. They admit that. And so I think that the flu vaccine should be a choice. You have to decide, weigh it up. And
then how do we make the choice?
I would not vaccinise a child against the flu. Do you think
I agree. I haven't
done it either, because I think, as we're saying, it's still up in the air. But let's differentiate that with the vaccine for measles, mumps, rubella, etc., the whooping cough. It's a whole different
But even there are children who fall through the cracks, and they become that awful statistic that proves, you know, all the doomsayers that there is a risk, and there is a risk.
Chance of anything happening from an immunisation.
Oh yeah, but the fact is that the measles, the mumps, diphtheria, polio, they all stay the same. Whereas the flu changes each and every year.
Yeah.
And I think that's the big difference.
Yeah.
So we certainly will continue to immunise children against all of these diseases that remain stagnant, but the flu, it changes yearly.
Every parent knows that moment of horror when they do the jab in one leg and the child looks at you, and then they do the other one.
Oh, stop, I'm about to do the 4-year one.
You could stop this, Mummy, your daddy. You could stop this.
But I'm saving your life, sweetheart.
Yeah.
Well, and if we don't vaccinate, then we're going to see a comeback of these illnesses.
I feel awfully sorry for this particular doctor.
Oh.
Terrible mistake.
Well, no, the CS, I think it's called the CSL vaccine, was banned 2 years before he administered that to Lachlan.
Do you think the doctor knowingly administered a bad substance?
No, he just wasn't up to scratch.
I don't think it was up to date, and they have to be.
2 years after it was banned.
Yeah.
Okay, next, a bit of a lighter one. Gone are the days of simple and quaint baby showers.
Yes,
the next generation of mums is being showered with gifts from a registry and hosting very lavish parties. Karen, do you think that baby showers are too over the top?
Yes, actually I do. I don't mind them if a group of women get together and like to have a great day, but I think there's so much pressure on friends to buy expensive gifts. Gone are the days where it used to be a fun thing. You'd come over, have a cup of tea. I know, what is that? I'm just thinking, what, are they going to have a tooth fairy register next? I mean, come on.
It's not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea, because it saves you getting too many flat bears. You need to make sure you only get one flat bear and one Sophie the giraffe.
Well, I never used to buy, or I still don't buy baby gifts in baby showers. I always buy the mum a pamper pack. Yeah. And one of the best gifts that we ever gave anyone, it was a group of us at work. We all put in and bought a voucher at a beautiful restaurant that had 12 months to use it, and we gave that to mum and dad as their baby gift. And the baby was about 4 or 5 months old. They went out to the restaurant, first night out they'd had since Bubby was born. Best gift ever.
Not a bad idea, but I did have a baby shower, I have to say, and the best thing about it is, as a new mum, it's overwhelming and you actually don't know what you need. So I was given all of these things I didn't know I needed, and I didn't have to buy a nappy or a baby wipe or nappy rash cream for about the first 3 months.
So you didn't get 50 jumpsuits?
No,
For anyone heading off to a baby shower this morning, there's a great thing called the Sleep Sheep. Have you tried the Sleep Sheep?
Yes,
Just
I was given one of those.
They're good. They work. And to Sophie the giraffe, I wish I had the patent.
Oh, yeah.
She's made a million. Moving on, Facebook has announced its latest app called Paper. It's going to be giving you the actual news to your newsfeed. Now, Jacinta, would you trust Facebook as a news source? I thought Facebook was dying out, but this must be the way of the future.
It's reinvention. This is the worst news for journalists to hear.
Yeah.
We knew this day was coming. The problem is that you can't differentiate on Facebook between news and rumour.
That's true.
So people, if they're going to get their news from Facebook, they need to have a look first at the source, because it doesn't mean that it is fact.
But we can comment on anything in the news anyway. Everyone puts things up in regards to the news and makes comments.
Yeah.
What you said about Facebook dying off, I think this is the reinvention of Facebook.
Yeah.
So they've got to find something. This is what they're trying to find.
Hang on. Syria's just updated its status.
Well, that's right. We're going to see stories on Syria up against stories on Justin Bieber next to each other.
Yeah. We will.
Oh, a rumour day.
Look, it's an app and it's a choice whether we get it or not. Personally, I'm not going to.
Just talking about Bieber, they've ceased his play. Did you see that in the news?
Did you see that on Facebook?
Yeah, I saw that on Facebook. Looking for marijuana, come on. Anyway, finally, weekend traffic is getting worse, and it's all because of weekend sports activities. Yes, it's your fault. Ferrying our kids from football and netball to music lessons and dance classes. Are we overcommitting our kids to too many activities? What do you think, Jacinta?
It is a nightmare on the roads. I know that because I work on weekends, but let's not find an excuse to stop them doing these activities. Our kids need to do more exercise. They need to be better educated. They need to have access to music and
But do they
cultural
really
pursuits.
need this
No,
much?
what we need is carpooling, community effort to get them to these events. Public transport.
do, absolutely.
Let's not this stop. Let's
Oh,
not
I
let
dunno.
this stop kids doing
If
it.
you've got something on Monday, like soccer on Monday, swimming on Tuesday, gymnastics on Thursday, music on Friday, it's crazy. It is crazy. I mean, I know, and we probably all know parents of 2 and 3-year-olds that take them to music appreciation classes. It's
Guilty.
like, what? Sorry, I don't get it. Put on a CD at home, dance around and sing with your child. Why do we need to go out and do that for our 2 and 3-year-olds?
Yeah.
Because they're seeing real people using real instruments. Anyway, we can talk about that later.
How disappointing is it when you just get them into something and they decide they don't like it?
Yeah, that's tough, especially if it's a team activity or you've paid for the whole term.
Yeah.
And after 2 or 3 weeks, no, don't do that now.
We
Or
need
bought that karate outfit?
Yes.
We need to get back to supporting each other as a community. And so next door, you're going to the same event. Can you take my child a little bit earlier? I'll take yours this afternoon. That's what's not going on.
But
so
the fact is
the
this-
streets are chockers.
This family's got 4 children. As if you wouldn't know, you're going to be 4 times busier than if you had 1. It's maths. Come on.
I'm getting a headache. This is all in front of us, Layla.
Ted got kicked out of Play and Move when he was 10 months old.